print. Al, howdy. Bert Fubbles Official. It's inspiring seeing senior citizens share wisdom with us young ones. Oh my God. How can I politely tell you to fly up a freaking tree, dude? Really? Senior citizens. Wow. You know, my children are in their 30s and late 20s. They still don't want to go outside and rumble with dad. They don't. Fumbles is pronounced fouble. Oh, all right, fouble. Bonjour, bonsoir. Comment ça va toujours? Neat trading setup you got there at Shady Glen Retirement Village. Oh, wow. Someone's got a good sense of humor. Hey, absolutely not wrong with that at all, dude. You got a good sense of humor? Awesome. Way to go. I love a good sense of humor. And I hope you don't take it too badly when I tell you taking stuff up your, well, I'll let you figure the rest of it out. It's pronounced Slim Pickens. Okay. Officially, he's hearing from Warren Buffett. Yeah. All right, anyway, so let's look at J.P. Morgan. Okay, J.P. Morgan. A year ago, we were at the bottom, and Friday, we were at the top. Okay, not bad. Goes up, sideways a little bit, up, sideways a little bit, and then nicely escalating all the way up to the top. Slimpkins. All right, good for you. Okay, so the bottom of the year was 122.78. 90 days ago today, 3 months ago, we were at the 90-day bottom, and that was 15271. JPI, JEPI, you know, that is an ETF. JPI. Okay, and I really don't do ATFs because they don't pay dividends. All right, or they don't have them listed, one or the other. Julie Renro. Hey there, all. Okay, so 90 days ago, look at the escalation from 90 days ago, 3 months ago. Okay, SP 500. Yeah, no. Hey, Draft, what's happening? Okay, so the S&P 500. What the hell am I talking about? No. 90 days ago, which was 3 months ago. 90-day bottom, nice escalation up to the top. It's like $40 in 90 days. 3 months, $40 in 90 days. What stock? This is JP Morgan. Okay, they have their dividend coming up not this week, but next week. So if we jump in now, we get that artificial run up right up into the dividend, grab that safe, secure, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's what I'm looking for. CNQ. Al trading? No, Al's not trading today. CNQ. I have no idea who they are. Recommending products I Be Kind. Okay, interesting. Thank you for following. That was nice of you. So anyway, JP Morgan, those are the last 90 days. Let's look at the last 30 days. Okay, what I like. All right. What's the ROI on JP Morgan? We're going to get that in a second. JEPI was 75. Yeah, okay, you do that if you're okay with that. Okay, CNQ monthly, thanks for that. MB Snub, following the creative. Way to go. What about Reddit stock? Okay, now for those of you guys that are new here, I can tell the guys that are new here because they're asking for things that aren't on the list. Reddit has to be, how much do you have to live on off of 1% dividend? Well, I make 1% per week, and I'm perfectly comfortable with my 1% per week because that comes to over 50% per year. So whatever is in your trading account, just cut that in half. That would probably hypothetically be your income for the year. How you looking, Doge, from coming week? I don't do Doge. In dividend investing only. Look at this kiddo that thinks he knows what he's doing because there's a bull market. Ooh, Forbes. I love people like you. So adorable that you're here trying to insult me. Welcome. You're not the first. All right. So yeah, it is a bull market, and that does make things a little bit challenging. How do you make 1% per week? Okay, Christopher, you're new here. So let's sit back and see what happens. And for you Forged, okay, just, for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. I only invest in dividend stocks such as the Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, all companies that have over 25 years of increased dividends. So yeah, we're in a bull market now, but we have not been in a bull market for the whole 50 years. Okay, Dividend Kings, 50 years. That's 5 decades of increased dividends. Those are the ones I look at. NASDAQ 100 did 50% in 2023. No need to actively trade. Cool beans. Dividend stocks have underperformed in bull markets. Yep, probably true. The whole week is going up. Then Friday it went down a bit. Will it go back on Monday? That I really couldn't tell you. Okay. Now, I only invest in stocks that have increased their dividends for more than 20 years consecutively. BBVA. That's probably a big fat no, but I'll write it down, take a look at it. BBVA. All right. Once the Fed cuts rates, dividend stocks will rise. Okay, well, I'm not really looking for the dividend. I'm looking for the premium. So you guys that are new here, just sit tight and see how the numbers crunch out. Okay, so we're talking about JP Morgan, 90 days ago, 90-day bottom. Okay, right now we're at a 90-day top. Is what it is. All right, thanks, Al. That's a no to BBVA. It's a monthly optionable stock. I don't do monthlies. I only do weeklies. All right, so JP Morgan, the last 30 days. We looked at Verizon last night, but we'll take a look at it again. Why not? Oh, look at this. Even the last 30 days for JP Morgan. Even 30 days ago. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now, I won't be doing JP Morgan come Monday because look at all this area right here. That's ripe for profit taking. Okay, normally Verizon is a buy under 40. Okay, we'll take a look at Apple and we'll take a look at Verizon. AAPL and Verizon VZ. We'll take a look at those. BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb. BMY. Alrighty then. All right, let's see if we can finish up with what we're looking at. Yeah, we got MU on the list. It's coming up next. Let's finish up with this one for SoundHound. No, that's not on there. It's too new of a company. 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, SoundHound doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. All right, no problem, Tim. All right, now we're going to do MU next. Let's finish up with, okay, well, we did AT&T last night. Last night was a no, and more than likely it's going to be another no tonight. But, Dusty, I'll take a look at it for you, but I can pretty much tell you it's going to be a no. MU's monthly options. Thanks, Al. All right, so much for MU, guys. All right, let's finish taking a look at JP Morgan. Okay, number one, I wouldn't do it because this, from 30 days ago, 1819, 181.90, all the way up to a little over 200. Okay, you got some pullback coming here. This is a profit taking, just waiting to be sucked up. Okay, so that being said, even if I was going to do it, I'd be buying at the 196.89. The closest is the 175, and that's only going for 115. Okay, MU is a weekly. All right, Al, maybe we will take a look at it. MU. All right. So, JP Morgan is a no. All right, because we have this chart that looks like this. Okay, most likely to be profit taking, and the last traded price, we'd be looking at the 197, and the 197 is not going to be 1%. Sorry, I don't read Chinese, or I would have. Okay, JMU. MU. Micron Technologies. Now, Micron Technologies has a dividend coming up on the 6th. Okay, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. That's two weeks away. All right, we're going to get to Apple. Hold on. Okay, just chill, Tim. At what time frame do you use to look at the charts? All right, clip index. Sit tight. We're going to look at Micron right now, and you'll be able to see. So Micron has a 11.5-cent dividend coming up. MU. Okay, for 110. Ooh, I like that number. Ooh, I like that. All right, so let's take a look at the charts. This is going to answer your question. You ready? MU, the very first thing I want to take a look at. The high, the low. All right, there you go. The high, the low, where it was a year ago and where it is now. So it's not looking good. But let's take a gander. 5M. I have no idea what 5M is. All right, so a year ago today, we were at 60.80. Okay, 60.80 went sideways for a little bit and then slowly rose up. Where's that? October, November? Yeah, went basically sideways for about 7 months. Okay, and right around a month, 90 days ago, 3 months ago, we're at 77.44. Right, 77.44. Went up a little bit, then got sideways, then she shot up. Okay, I don't like this right here, but we're going to take a gander at it in a minute. All right, so our 90-day bottom is at 72.76. Can I get a brief explanation on what the buying selling process for weekly dividends? All right, number one. Oh, I like that. That's cute. Number one. Okay, number one. Just chill for a second. We're looking at a few. Micron. We'll see what that looks like. 30 days ago. Okay, 30 days ago, we were at 85. Okay, up a little bit, went sideways. Now, she went up a little bit. We had a previous high of 101.85, pulled back a little bit. Now, look what happened on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're right here, right around 96. And then the very next day, we jumped up to 113. Goes from 96 to 113 overnight. Why is that? Okay, 96.30 to 113.45. That's a $7 jump. That's 7% overnight. Okay, then she went sideways, was sitting at 110. Now, I don't know about you, but gaps have a tendency to fill. Okay, gaps have a tendency to fill. So is there going to be profit taken right here? Okay, come Monday or Tuesday? Okay, I would like to see what happens on Monday before I do anything with that one. But let's take a look at the numbers. Ooh, before we do that, let's take a look at the seasonality. And while we're looking at the seasonality, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, all those kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Okay, so the blue line represents this year, what it's done this year. Okay, what it's done this year. This is the blue line. The red line right here, okay, that thing's flat. That red line represents 10 years. I'm going to write this one down, MU. Okay, for a different strategy, because I love this right here. I love this flat line. That's 10 years worth of data. So we're taking 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 10 years of data, piling them on top of each other in order to get an average movement for the year. Big profit taken, I'm guessing, eaten myself. I am liquidating. Well, all right, Dylan, that's cool. Okay, so that's what it's done for the past year. Past 10 years. The average movement over the last 10 years. Let's take a look at the upcoming weeks. Okay. So here we are here, the 23rd, basically going to go sideways for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. Now that's historically. That's what it's done historically. No big, huge movements. And I like companies that no big, huge movements because I got a lot of different trading strategies up my sleeve. But this is the only one I share with you guys for free. Hey, James Jeter. Nice you showing up. Way to go. Well, let's take a look at the numbers if I were to buy it first thing Monday morning. Okay, as you can see, the last trade was 110.21. The bid, 109.95. The ask, 110.10. Okay, so both do you sell weekly covered calls? Yes, I do. Okay, high from SA. I have no idea where SA is. South Alabama? Okay. WBA premiums, 3.7 this week. I do have no dividend until May. Yeah, Dave, I get that, but I still have Walgreens from a couple of weeks ago. I bought it a couple of weeks ago. It hasn't hit my target price, but I'm still making over 1 or 2%. South Africa. Well, how are things in South Africa? Alrighty then. So let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, now I don't know if anybody noticed this. Now are you looking at the quarterly or the weekly on MU? I'm looking at the weeklies. I only look at the weeklies. Now the only reason why it says quarterly because that's the third Friday of the month. that right? Why does it say quarterly? Oh, is this the third Friday of the month? Okay. What delta do you sell call? All right, GS. We're gonna get on that one a little bit. Look at the numbers here. Did anyone besides me notice this? The last trade was 110.21. 110.21. The bid 109.95. The ask 110.10. They are both lower. Okay, both. Okay, okay. 4 quad, whatever. 4 to the 8th power. There you go. 4 to the 8th power. We're gonna get to the apple. Okay. Okay. I write them down. See this? I write them down as they pop up. Apple is 2 more. I got 2 more to do, then we'll get to Apple. So let's sit and chill. What do you think about HWM? Ooh, HWM. I'm going to write that one down. HWM. I have no idea who that is. I just gave you one, and I think you missed it. Duda Record Man. Okay, I didn't see it. You have to throw it up there again. I may have missed it. All right, so nobody noticed that? The bid and the ask are lower than the last trade. Those numbers right there. Hey, Travel Asia. We'll take a look at Ford. Why not? I love Ford. I buy Ford all the time. Okay, why has LEG been trading down for over a year? Verizon. I looked at Verizon. HWM is a monthly. Thank you. Cross that one off the list. ET, Energy Transfer. ET. Now, I've looked at ET almost every week, and it always comes up as a no. I don't know why. People want to keep looking at it. All right, so nobody's noticed that both the bid and the ask are lower than the last traded price? Nobody's noticed that? If he gave you one, it was through mental telepathy. Nothing in the chat. Yeah, thanks, Al. BAC, Travel Asia. We'll take a look at BAC also. BAC. I love Bank of America. Looking to buy some, King. Price is going down. Thanks, Botox. Okay, doesn't move much, but nice div. Yes, I see that. Yes, I did it last night. All right, Tim. What it means it will drop. Exactly, Wade. Wade, nice of you to show up. Nice. WFC. Ooh, Wells Fargo. I like that one. WFC. All right, so anyway, usually, for those who don't know, usually when the bid and the ask are both lower than the last price, the market maker's trying to push it down. How about DJT? Okay, Glengarry, I only do dividend stocks that have 20 years of increased dividends, but I am going to buy some DJT. PLM, PLYM. How does it look? It's a big fat no. Yeah. Roasted Coyote. What a cool name. Yeah, more than likely that gap is going to fill. Uh-oh, what was it he just give me? PLYM. PLYM. Wow. All right, so you got a big gap right here. That looks like it's going to fill. The market maker looks like he's going to push it down. But look at the numbers over here. Okay, if I was going to buy it tomorrow, I'd be buying it 110.10. The 110s are going for 201, which is over 1%. Dividend increase for PLYM. All right, we'll take a look at that. XOM Mobile, Exxon Mobil, XOM. All right, so it's a big no for MU. Sorry, even though it's over 1%, I don't like the chart, and I don't like the big gap. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Yep, PLYM's a monthly, that's a no. Trading around 1430. What's trading around 1430? Tim, thanks. Hi, Jen. All right, next one on the list. MU is a no. CRWD. Who said that one? CRWD. That is CRWD. CrowdStrike Holdings. Okay. Ooh, I usually don't do $300 stocks. Dude, I give up. I can't help you out there, buddy. 327, the 325. Ooh, the 327 is going 550. Well, all right, let's take a look. I mean, MO is Altria. WPM. WPM. MO. I can hold up for the suggestions for a little bit. The list is getting bigger. I can only go so fast. All right, so CRWN, CrowdStrike. CRWD. Okay, when do they pay a dividend? CRWD. All right, no dividend coming up. Okay, so that's going to be a no. How to master weekly trading. All righty then. So CRWD is a no. JEPI, I'm pretty sure that is a ETF. Yeah, it's an ETF. It's a no. What was that one? It's tomorrow. Hey, Lone Wolf, how's it going? AMD. AMD. Hey, a Lone Wolf, if you're going to be available later, let me know. Can you give me some advice to succeed in trading? Serena, good afternoon. You have to buy a minimum of 100 shares in order to sell one contract. That's correct. Apple's on the list. It is next. All right. Hey, James, just feel free to call. All right, I'll give you a buzz after we're done here. All right, so Apple is next on the list. Now, I need to let you guys know that Apple is not on my list. The only reason I trade Apple, anybody know the only reason I trade Apple? Anyone? Anyone at all? Anyone know? Who's guessing? Who's guessing? Yeah, you can do for. Yeah, it's on Warren Buffett's list. Yep. Yep. So some of you guys are actually paying attention. Yep. Now, Apple does not have 20 years of increased dividends. It doesn't. No, and it's not a blue chip company either. And because it's Apple, that's a good answer, but no. Because they look good and good at brainwashing. Okay, that's a good one. Never heard that one before. Yeah, the only reason Apple's on my list is because it's on Warren Buffett's list. Okay, because it doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, so I look at the Dividend Kings, that's 50 years of increased dividends. I look at the Dividend Aristocrats, that's 25 years each of increased dividends. I look at the Dividend Champions, 25 years again of increased dividends. Those three lists right there will give you over 150 stocks. Then I throw in Warren Buffett's list. That gives me even more. Okay, Aries, thanks for following. Hey, Patrick Andrew, how you doing? It's a security, okay. Just joining, do you do leap calls? Yes, I do, but not in this strategy here. All right. Apple's on the list right now. Okay, let's take a look at Apple. Now. Oh, I just see market cap. Okay. All right, a year ago today, Apple's at the bottom of the year, 156.26. Beautiful run up from the bottom right up to July. Okay, that was April, May, June, July, 4 months. Nice run up. Look at that. I would love to have jumped up. Jump right there and go on up. Nice. How do I get started? Total newbie. Hey, Tommy, nice to see you. Tommy, just hang out, watch what we're doing. And first of all, Tommy, make sure it makes sense. So for those of you that are new here, let me quick give you a rundown, okay? A recap of how it got here. Okay, my daughter was 9 years old back in 08. What delta do you see in the calls? Okay, GS, I don't do deltas. Here's what I'm going to explain to you right now. So GS, listen closely. This trading strategy that I am showing you here was created for my 9-year-old daughter when she was 9. Okay, now let me quickly go show you really interesting. Just for the fun of it, I'll show you who this was created for. My channel, okay, videos, the oldest video. Okay, this is going back 11 years. Okay.
portion of profits paid out by a company. You want to know why they're important? I'll give you a few reasons. Let's see.
Anyway, so as I was saying, I created this trading strategy for my daughter when she was 9. 5 criteria had to be met. Number 1, it had to be simple. Okay? Simple. 9-year-old little girl. Okay, once you throw in delta and the Greeks, no longer simple. Once you throw in puts, no longer simple. It had to be simple. It had to be safe. There could be no possible way she could lose money because I did not want to hear her cry. She started crying, I'm going to hear it from her, and then I'm going to hear it from her mother. Yeah, no thank you. The income had to be predictable, and the income had to be consistent. So we had a few rules. Ready? I gave you something simple. Okay. We had a few rules. Rule number 1, never ever buy something you do not plan on holding for a long period of time. Okay? Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, make sure any company you invest in has at least 20 years, it's 2 decades, 20 years of increased dividends. That means higher and higher dividends every single year, not once in a while, higher dividends every year. Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions. Okay? Those 3 lists right there. Those are her main choices that she chose from. Okay, we didn't do Warren Buffett's list back then. Okay, then rule number 4, weekly options. Okay, and then rule number 5 was make sure the charts and the numbers all worked. And we're going to get in that in a little bit. But that's what it was. 5 criteria, 5 rules. Okay, 5 criteria, 5 rules. It was pretty simple. Okay, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's what the goal is here. Okay, we're going to look at Apple right now. Now, like I said, Apple's not on my list because they don't have 20 years of increased dividends. They're on my list because they're on Warren Buffett's list. Okay? I give the man a little bit of leeway. So what he's on his list, I will take a look at. A year ago was the bottom. Okay? Now, a nice run up to the high in middle of July. That was 198.13. But then she drops down. Let's find the 90-day, which would be right there. Okay, 90 days ago, here we were. 90 days ago, we were right around 191. We have a high of the 90-day period, 199.55. Okay, from there, you got your profit taking, run up, profit taking, run up, profit taking, run up. And she goes all the way down to the bottom. Let's go for the last 30 days. Okay, now, well, let's go back a little bit. Does anybody know why this big, huge downfall came to Apple? Apparently, someone in Europe was a little bit unhappy, saying that Apple has a monopoly on some kind of music or whatever. And they got slapped with a big, huge, fat lawsuit. Okay? So anyway, she dropped. How much capital do you need to use per weekly trade? All right, my grandson started up with $50. You can start out with $50. But the smaller amount you start out with, the longer trip you get to go. But I have no idea how old you are. Okay, I'm 60. So my income for my 1% per week is fine for me. I live comfortable. Okay, I want to go a little bit better. That's why I'm doing this, to help you guys out. Okay, so for the last 2 months, going from the high down to the bottom. That's with that lawsuit over in Europe. JEPI is an ETF. I don't do ETFs because that's a bunch of stocks. What I do with the ETFs is I dissect them and I take all the stocks out of them and then I put stocks into the calendar and go by that. All right, so the 30-day bottom was 168.55. Okay, 30 days ago, we were at 183.48. That's what we opened up at. Spotify has not available on the Apple Store. Okay, so your covered calls are out of the money. I like them to be in the money. Okay, when they're in the money, I get the premium and then I get back into cash on Mondays. Your chart's backwards. No, the chart's not backwards. It reads left to right. Okay, left to right. The camera is inversing it. See, it says Guns N' Roses, not whatever you guys are reading. Do you something about Apple versus Google News? I have no idea what you mean by that. Where do you think Bitcoin is going before the halving? Okay, we're doing dividend stocks. Has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, before I go any further, I officially am nominated to the 8 Club. What is the 8 Club? The 8 Club is I have 8 people posing to be me. So if you happen to get an email or text, a DM, or anything from me asking for you to trust me and invest money, don't believe it, okay? I don't do that, all right? You go to my name up here, whoops, up here, up to the bio, and look at how many people I'm following. I'm following no one. I got this advice from Calvin Hill. Calvin Hill is good with, you did, Tim. I'm terribly sorry about that, Tim. It wasn't me. Okay, before you reply to anyone pretending to be me, come up here. Look at how many people they are following. I am following 0. I got this advice from Calvin Hill. Okay, he's following 0. I'm following 0. That way you'll know who me is. And I also tell you, all right, I also tell you, if you want to talk to me, okay, DM me with your phone number and I will call you. You can ask people here in the audience, does he call? Yes, I do. You can ask right now. Say, does he call? Does he call? Does he call? And you'll get a couple people in here. Calvin Hill is quite a mentor, it seems. Yes, Calvin Hill is pretty good, but you got to make sure it's the right Calvin Hill. Okay. How do you calculate percentage increase? Okay. Wade, yeah, thanks, Wade. How do you get Mr. Buffett's list? Okay. Botox, yep. Mike. You need less than 600 people to hit 10,000. Woohoo! Okay, and the reason why 10,000 is a big number, because TikTok Studio, I cannot use TikTok Studio to make a better presentation to you guys. Okay, because I want to make a better presentation, I need to use TikTok Studio. Okay, so in order to use TikTok Studio, I need 10,000 followers. That was great advice. I got an email from you with 500 followers. Okay, Rochelle, if you really want to talk to me, you really want advice, and if you want to send me money, fine. Give me a call. DM me with your number, and I will call you. Okay, what company do we sign up with, and where do we get software, and how much are the fees? Well, Tommy, this software right here, this is Thinkorswim. You get that free from Charles Schwab. Is HCHSCHD. That's another ETF. Okay, now, for those people that are interested in ETFs, before we keep going into Apple, all right, I took the ETFs. All right, I don't know if you can see this, because this right here is being broadcast on YouTube. So those of you on your phone or your iPad or your whatever, okay, if you're in front of a computer, you can see this on your computer on YouTube. Right. Okay, kids under age 18 get a Thinkorswim demo account. Doc, it has to be a, what do you call it? A parental account or guardian account, I think that's what it's called. Okay, so I actually went in to all the big ETFs, okay, and I extracted all the stocks, okay? So all these stocks are in ETFs, such as the Qs, such as the QILD, such as the STHLD, the whole bunch of a whole bunch of ETFs. And I took all the stocks out. Why? Because I don't want to do an ETF. ETF doesn't give, over 30% per year. So why do I want to do that? I want to do the individual stocks and buy them when I can tailor them around this strategy. Buy them just before the EX date, collect collect the 1% and get on out. Where is HWM stock on this list? Well, I don't even know if HWM is on the list. Whoops. HWM. Whoops. HWM. Howmet Aerospace. Never even heard of them. Sold ALB 127s for 328. Buy it back for 57. Lowered my cost base to 124 and resell the 125. Cool. Have you ever lost a lot of money? Oh, Tommy, I've lost more money in 1 week than most of you people make in a year. Okay, it was a very, very, very expensive lesson. Okay, HWM has a dividend of 4 cents. You really want to invest in a stock that pays 4 cents? Really? 4 cents? What is your opinion on StockSpace? I have no idea what StockSpace is. But anyway, HWM has a dividend, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Okay, so let's take a look at HWM. Someone's really passionate about it. HWM. It is a monthly. It's a big fat no. There you go for HWM. Now let's get back to Apple. Now, I do need to let you know that I do have Apple in a different account, not this one. Okay, what's your opinion on space stock? Okay, nope. What's your favorite dividend paying stock? Thoughts on REITs? I don't do REITs either because they don't pay that. I'm waiting for withdrawal code. Hey, SK, I have no idea what you mean by that. And withdrawal code. Are you earning dividends when you buy a call option or only on the stock itself? I don't buy call options. I buy the stock themselves. That's the only way you can collect a dividend. I just started option trading. Cool beans. Okay, so if you buy options, you don't get the dividends. You only get the dividends if you own the stock. Now, very important for you to know. Okay, let's go right here for a second. There are 4 dates. Okay, 4 dates you need to know. Okay, when it comes to dividend investing. Okay, number 1 is the announcement date. That's when the company tells you when they're going to pay a dividend. Date number 2 is the EX date. That is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. S&P 500, yeah, no. Date number 3 is the date of record, which is usually the day after the EX date. Now, if you own the stock on the date of record, you are entitled to the dividends. Do all stocks pay dividends? No, they do not, Timmy. Date number 4 is the payment date. So 4 dates. Announcement date, EX date, date of record, and then payment date. I like the EX date. Okay, this little green dot right here, that is the EX date. I have to buy the stock on or before this day in order to qualify for the dividend. If I buy it after, I don't get the dividend. Okay, it has to be before. It can be 1 day before, it can be 1 month before, it can be 1 year before, but be on or before the EX date in order to qualify the dividend. What have been your average annual returns with this strategy? Well, Mikey, that's over 50% a year. Okay, thank you for that information, Catalan. Way to go. Not a problem. Okay, so let's take a closer look at HWM. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we decide that's a monthly? Yeah, that's a monthly. So HWN is a no. Okay, so we're on Apple right now. Next, we're going to do Verizon. Okay, so that's incredible. Yeah, Squirrel. Yeah, you can do for you caught me again. Okay, I do have what's called adult ADD. I get sidetracked really easy. Okay, so every once in a while, when you see the word squirrel, that means I got sidetracked. Okay, back to Apple. Okay, so here's the last 30 days for Apple. Okay, she dropped down to the 30-day bottom, up a little bit sideways, up a little bit, pull back. So this is where we are right now, 172.28. I like Apple. Okay, do dividends pay weekly? Rose, no, they don't. Okay, we do weekly options. And hold tight just for a second, Rose, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, now most stocks that I invest in all have monthly dividends. Okay, and they pay every quarter. So they pay 4 times a year. Okay, so it's the first quarter, January, February, March. Second quarter, April, May, June. Third quarter, July, August, September. Fourth quarter, October, November, December. First quarter looks the exact same as the second quarter, which looks the exact same as the third quarter, looks the exact same as the fourth quarter. So I have 150 stocks I look at. So I will take a look at those 150 stocks, okay, from the very first week of the quarter, because it's 13 weeks in a quarter, okay, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 13. Then after 13, it goes back to 1 again. Okay, so April 1st, where are we? Okay, this is, whoops. Let's close this up here a little bit. Okay, This is March. We are right here, the 27th. Okay, we're right here on the 27th. The 28th is the first day of week number 13. This is it, week number 13, the last week of the first quarter. Okay, the last week of the first quarter, and then this coming weekend, I'm going to decide what my schedule is going to be for the second quarter. Okay, so I needed to do the first quarter to find out what my 90-day average is going to be for the first quarter. Okay, second quarter starts next week. Not this week, but next week. Could you discuss the math on a sample transaction to determine if it is a good stock and strategy? Josie, we're going to do that very second. In a second. Hold on a second. So let's go over here a little bit. Okay, we're looking at Apple. Okay, now like I said, I do have Apple in a couple of in a different trade strategy. Okay, okay, so Apple at this moment in time, the very last trade, 172.28. Okay, the bid 172.28, 172.30. Both of them are a little bit higher. So that means the market's going to push it up tomorrow morning. Now, if I can buy it at 172.30, which is the ask price, 172.30, these aren't my numbers. These come right from the market maker. Okay, so 172.30. I can buy the 172. I can buy it first thing in the morning, 172.30. Then, okay, here, this is how you want to do it. Ready? Not you, but this is how I do it. I don't ever tell somebody, oh, look at this, someone else joined over here on Instagram. Hey, over there on Instagram. Yeah, I got Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I did Facebook for a while. I got no response from Facebook whatsoever. Anyway, all right. So are you ready to see how I do the numbers? Now, I can buy it at 172.30. So the screen here that you're seeing is being live broadcast on YouTube, the10minutetrader.com on YouTube. So you can see this on your computer so you can follow along with the numbers. The last price, 172.28, I can buy it at 172.30, right? 172.30, okay? This down here, this is the option chain. These are the options right here, okay? 165, 167.50, 170, 172.50, 175, 177.50, so on and so forth. The closest one is right here, the 172.50. Hey, thanks for that. Okay, the 172.50 is the closest. Okay, and that at this moment in time is selling for $1.81. So let's do the math. Are you ready? $1.81, which would be my profit. Okay, if I buy Apple first thing in the morning, tomorrow morning, at the market open. Okay, first thing in the morning, and then at the market open, I will also sell the 172.50 option. Okay, and I will collect that 181. Now, how much am I making? Purchase price, remember, 172.30. Okay, and that's a grand total of 1%, 1.05%. Plus, if he stays over 172.50, I will collect an additional 20 cents, which would be the difference between the purchase price and the strike price. If it's over 172.50. Now, it's not over 172.50. Let's say it's 172.49 come Friday afternoon. Okay, 172.59. I keep all that money, and then I go into next week, and I have that stock to do it all over again next week. And what's next week looking like? Well, right here is this week, and here is next week. Okay, next week, 172.50 is going for $2. Okay, how long you keep the shares to get dividends? Well, Catalent, I don't really want the dividends, because in this instance right here, AATL, okay, number one, Apple, whoops, I don't want to see all that crap. I just want to see this one. All right. Apple's dividend, oh my cow, is February second week of February. Okay, so the second week of February is the 6th week of the quarter. Week number 6. So I won't see dividends for Apple for 6 more weeks. Okay? Hey, Julie Renro. But how do you own 100 shares? Yeah, you have to have 100 shares of each. How about just buying the call, take profits to buy stock? All right, Julie, you are a very generous man. Thank you for that. All right, Julie, I'm not following your logic. Okay, to do a dividend trade, all right, or an option trade. To do an option trade, you have to have 100 shares. What delta do you use to sell? All right, you're new here because I'm good with names. You're asking the wrong question. All right, when you say $2, is that 200? Oh yeah, for the contract. Okay, contract. When you're looking at the option prices, where are they? Okay, these option prices right here at 181. That's 181 per share. So 100 shares, that's 181 bucks. Okay, so a $2 option is 200 bucks. So in order to do an option, you have to have 100 shares. Now, if Apple's a little too expensive for you, you can come over here to this list right over here. This other side. Look at the prices here. Siri, $388. Everyone's got $388 in their pocket. $410, $12, $14, $15, $16, $18, $19, $20, $27, $32, $33, $34, $35, $36, all the way. It goes all the way from the lowest optionable stock on my list is $388. Okay, that's Siri. What's the difference between an option and a calls? Well, calls are options. Okay, an option is either a call option or a put option. They're calls and puts. Okay, they're the right, not the obligation. It's kind of like, oh, someone explained this to me last night. I thought it was adorable. They call it women math. Now, some of you women may understand this. Women math. That's where you go buy a dress. You leave the tag on it. You wear it out. That's your premium. You get to wear it and enjoy it. Okay? Then you bring it back and you get your money back. Okay? Your premium was the experience of driving the Northern. Anyway, where can I get that list? All right. That's my list. That took me years to create that one. Girl math, lone wolf. Yes. That's funny. All right. Give me a bet for tomorrow morning. Dad, please. Muki Miyata. Do you look at the Greeks when you sell call options? Okay, I couldn't read that name. That was an interesting name. Quasine? What? Quasine player 1? Okay, you're new here, because I'm good with names. You're adding complications into it. Sam Price, good afternoon. Good answer. Do you like that one? I don't do the Greeks at all. The Greeks don't play into this at all. Okay, you put this in here, it's nothing but complicate the process. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Okay, if you do not like the stock, do not buy it. The Greeks have nothing to do with it. How do you figure out price of option and calls and puts out of the money? Streamline, interesting question. Let me see if I can break it down for you very simply. Very simply. All right. First of all, I want to take a look at the chart. Okay, I want to look at the chart. I want the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, and then the seasonality chart. Okay, those 4 right there. If it passes those 4, okay, then I want to look at the numbers. What do I mean by the numbers? Well, what I mean by the numbers is, what was the last trade? The last trade, okay, 4 o'clock, 3:59 on Friday afternoon. The last trade was 172.28. What I can sell it for is the bid, 172.28. What I can buy it for, 172.80. All right, 172.30. Okay, then I come down here to the option chain. Okay, the option chain is right here, the strike prices. The puts are over here. I do not do the puts at all. No puts for me, not for this strategy. Okay, I have a bunch of trading strategies. This is the only one I share for free. Okay, I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. All right, I share this trading strategy for free. Okay, safe, secure, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Now, if 1% per week is not good enough for you, I really can't help you out. Okay, all right, so the strike prices are right here. If the purchase price 172.30, what is the closest? What is the closest strike price? The 172.50. All right. Now, if I buy the stock, I get to sell the option, not the ask, the bid. Okay. This is what I can sell it for. This is what I can buy it for. With this strategy, we do not buy the options. We sell the options. Okay. 181. Okay, so if I buy Apple first thing in the morning, 172.30, and I sell somebody the right to buy it from me anytime between when I sell it and Friday afternoon, they are going to pay me, they are going to pay me $1.81 per share. Okay, 181 comes to right on 1%. There you go. It's as simple as that. You sell the call correct. You have to buy the stock first and then sell the call. That is one of the safest strategies there is. It's called a covered call or a buy right or whatever. Okay, it's the safest strategy out there. And the way I do it, the way I taught my 9-year-old daughter, it's safe, predictable, consistent, all that kind of nice stuff. Okay, but I do it for 1%. Yes, Catalan, yeah, it's a covered call. All right, so 1%, there you go. All right. You need to keep 100. You need to buy 100 shares. 100 shares equals 1 contract. 200 shares, 2 contracts. How often do you get assigned? Well, this past week, one that just passed, week number 12, I had 6 positions. Okay? 4 of them got assigned. Now I only have 2 positions. Okay? Love the approach. Yep, it's simple. Looks like a Mark Cuban with an old man filter. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Hi all, I'm late to the party as usual, winner 86. Para carried over to 1303, thinking about dollar cost averaging. Thoughts? Well, Kev, let's take a quick look at it. I like Paramount. I think I have Paramount in one of my other accounts. Let's take a quick gander at it. P-A-R-A. Paramount. P-A-R-A. A year ago today, we're at 2019. The high of the year was 2403. See, 2019. High of the year, 2403. Big gap down here. All right. And then she has slowly sunk until the end of October. And she turned out, see, right here to the end of October. Turned around, jumped up to the middle of December. Let's take a look at the last 90 days. That would be right about here. Okay, so 90 days ago, we're at 1418. Do you have a lot of energy in bed? Well, that is an interesting question. 8 analysts have a sell on Para. Okay, that's good. Did you hear that question, honey?
I can't keep up.
She said she can't keep up. That's a good one. What strike price do you sell? Okay, we're going to get to that in a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, X System 31. Thank you for that. Make me blush a little bit. You know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but I can hold my own. If that makes you feel any better. A win-win strategy. Hold on, what's that saying? You earn money when the stock approaches your strike, plus you earn the premium collected. Exactly right. Okay, so 90 days ago, we have a 90-day high at 1748. Okay, from there, she drops down to the bottom of the year. Let's take a look at the last 30 days. Okay, the last 30 days, we had opened up 30 days ago at 1192. Okay, from there, the bottom of the 30-day period was 1016. Now, 1016 is here. Going up, pull back up. Look at that nice little up. Okay, what do you think? We talked about this last week. Okay, we talked about this, and what happened the very next day? Profit taking. Yellow. LA Sanders, what's happening? All right, so anyway, the 30-day high was on Thursday. Thursday was a 30-day high. Okay, from there, oh, I'm getting old. This is no fun. Don't get old. It's no fun at all. All right, so we're sitting at 1125. Now, somebody asked something about they were into Paramount at 13. Wow, you must have had it for a while. So at the moment, if you dollar cost average down, or even if you buy Paramount tomorrow morning, okay, the last trade was 1125. Oh, here you go right here. Good little piece of information. You ready? The last trade, 1125. The bid, 1129. The ask, 1130. What does that tell you? The market maker is going to push it up on Monday. Okay, so if that's a fact, let's take a look. 1130, we'll be looking at the 1150s. That's 20 cents. So if it goes above 1150 by Friday, you get the difference between 1130, the purchase price, and 1150, the strike price that you sold. Let's take a look at the strike price. The strike price for the 1150 is 20 cents a share. 20 cents a share divided by the purchase price, 1130, and it comes to a grand total of 1.76% for the week. And if it goes above 1150, you get an additional 20 cents, which is, again, over 1%. That's like almost 3% for the week if it goes above 1150. Now, first off, you got to remember rule number 1. Never buy something unless you plan on holding it for a long period of time. So, I'm going to do something right now that I've never done in the 90 days which I've been doing this. GS, that was Paramount. Okay? I need to take a bathroom break. Something I've never done before. So you guys just sit, chill. Hey, you know what? I think I'll do this for you while you guys are waiting. Get a kick out of this. This one right here.
Hi, I'm Jake, and me as you being part of my internet life.
Okay, just sit and chill for a minute. I'll be back.
My dad calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that'll help you get the best return on your money. List number 1 is stocks that are paying out each year, and then list number 2 is a list of stocks that pay out twice a year. List number 3 is a list of stocks that pay out every month. And the 4th list is lists of stocks that pay out every quarter, which is what time of year. Yeah. The lists I'm going to send you is going to help you get the best return on your money. Wait, I just realized something. If there are 20 days exactly in this year of... There's 20 days exactly in this year, January, of the trading days. And if you only have to own stock for about 2 or 3 days, how many times can you buy? 4 times! Or 5. Yeah. I just realized that the lists I'm sending you are kind of irrelevant because I'm going to be sending you a list of stuff that I'm trading, and you can just watch me, but I'm going to send it to you anyways for you guys that like to be organized.
Okay, there's over 20 days in the month. Discontinued. Every single day you can buy a different stock. Every single day there's a different company paying out dividends. Yay! Anyway, no, seriously. By picking just one company per month, just one. That's 12. Oh, crap. You can buy 12 different companies for the whole year and still make over 20% a year. And it's easy. One trade a month. Who can't do one trade a month? But if you want to bump it up a little bit, let's do 2 trades a month. 20 days. 20 days in the month of January, you can do 2. 1 every 10 days. Okay, so you get 2 January, 2 February, 2 March, blah, 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 24 for the whole year, and if you get at least 2%, that's close to 50% a year. 50% per year. That's cool. Anyway, this is James. Holy cow. Oh, sorry about that. Had to go when nature calls. Devo, how's it going? Bud? Whitney? Cool beans. Ooh. Oh, no need to be sorry, James. Hey, not a problem. So anyway, this is kind of interesting. Wait for a little bit more people to get here. Only 48. Holy cow, we had more before that. Yep, got interrupted. Hey, I got some balloons over here. Thank you. I don't know what that was, but thank you for that anyway. All right, so up to 83. Yeah, I see that. All right, see this part right here? This was recorded 12 years ago.
Blah, 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 24 for the whole year, and if you get at least 2%, that's close to 50% a year. 50% per year. That's cool. Anyway.
50% per year, 12 years ago. Okay, 12 years ago I did that. Okay, so I've been doing this for a while. So for those of you who don't, anyway, what were we looking at? WPM. Didn't we already look at WPM? Yeah, WPM is on the list. All right, so next one on the list, Verizon, VZ. Verizon, VZ. Put Verizon into VZ. Here we go. All right, Verizon, right here. Not Tuesday, but next Tuesday. Okay, next Tuesday. Verizon has a dividend of 66.50. 66. That's 66.5 cents. How do you come up with a half a cent? I don't know. I guess they do. Okay, so a year ago, Verizon. Okay, Verizon was opened up at 37.53. The bottom of the year was the beginning of October. The high of the year was the end of January. So last 90 days, okay, 90 days ago, 3 months ago, we opened up at 37.33. Okay, the high of the 90-day period, same, 42.30, 43.20. Okay, last 30 days. Okay, last 30 days, we opened up at 40.75. The high was 41.15. Okay, so 41.15, okay, was the 30-day high. Okay, then our 30-day bottom was last Friday. From there, 5 days to the upside. But the high on Friday, which was a high, pulled back, so ended up closing a little bit. So that being said, hey guys, we're at 55. Okay, if we can't get more people in, I'm going to cut it from my, and my stomach is bothering me, so that's a terrible thing. Okay, so Verizon, 40.37. We're looking at the 40.50, and it's only 27 cents. That doesn't really make it. That doesn't feel good. BMY. Here we go. Okay, BMY 52.07. The 52s are going for 53, not quite 1% again. Okay, so that's a no. AT&T, we did that last night. That one didn't look very good. I'm just quickly going over the numbers. I'm going to call it quits early because I got a tummy ache. It doesn't happen that often. So AT&T is going for 17 bucks. The 17 is going for 15 bucks, not even 1%. I would look for the market maker to change those numbers in the morning. Ford, I like me some Ford. 12.91. The 12.82s. Take 9 cents off of that. No, there we go. Look at that. Ford is paying over 1%. I like when Ford pays over 1%. Alrighty. Oh, Ford a year ago, 11.31. Not good. My stomach hurts tonight. All right. The high of the year was a double high at 15.40. they're bringing back dividends. Cool. Alrighty then. Okay, then we have our bottom of the year at 963. That was the end of October. From there, look at the last 30 days. The last 30 days. Okay, 30 days ago today, 12/21. RYCEY. That's a no. Has no options. Thanks, Al. Okay, we have our 30-day bottom. It's on the 26th, 11.95. From there, she goes up, pulls back. Oh, that's not a nice thing to say. And there's a lot going behind on that story if you really want to chat about it. Okay, that being said, look what happened last week. Okay, last Monday. Okay, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, up 5 days. It looks like there's going to be profit taking. But, you know, I don't mind Ford at 12.91. Really, long conversation. Okay, 12.91. What time on Mondays do the numbers change? First thing in the morning. Okay, as the market opens, it changes. Okay, so Ford at 12.91. We're looking at the 12.82. That's paying 80 cents. Well, that's lovely. Talk with Elon. That works. Elon, stop by every once in a while. What we play tomorrow morning, James? Any stocks? Well, that works good. I'm going over the ones on the list at the moment. What do you have to say? Oh, I have no idea what I have no idea what that means. Okay, so 12.91. Can you make a living trading your system? It depends, Sarah, with what you have to work with. Okay, I make 1% a week. Okay, if you want to have a conversation, DM me with a phone number. We'll give you a buzz. Okay. Is it better to put orders in now and wait until the market opens? Big Drew, that always matters. Okay, but always comes down to rule number one: never buy something you do not plan on holding for a long period of time. I have 2 sell CMAs calls in the morning. What's a CMA again? Something, I have no idea. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. My stomach is bothering me. Usually it doesn't happen all the time. Ooh, MDLZ. Oh, wow. Okay, so, all right, guys, I hate to do this to you, but my stomach is bothering me. Oh, look at this. I got 328 people here tonight, too. My stomach is bothering me. I'm going to call it quits for the night. It's 10:30. Okay, we're going to have first thing in the morning for you guys that are going to be here in the morning. All right. Oh, come America. Okay. Take some Pepto. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I hope you feel better. Yeah, so do I. And I don't really do that often. So anyway, Monday's going to be another day. We'll talk about what we did for Monday tomorrow morning. And I hope I feel better too. Get out of there. And now. And now. You bought an island. Cool. Well, DM me. DM me and I'll chat with you in the morning.